yeah, I need to go.
When it is obvious that your life is in danger, I think that's a clear sign that you need to walk away. Not necessarily divorce, but walk away, separation. And we have seen converts, quote and unquote, and we see converts when they own up to the fact that they have a problem. And it is very rare, because the majority of perpetrators of domestic violence are in denial. If you are privileged to meet a perpetrator, he would lie, he would deny it. In fact, he would say, she's the one that hit me. But when we have situations where the men own up, then it makes our job very easy, because we can offer anger management. We can literally monitor their progress and advise and provide proper counseling. So we have seen converts, but it is very rare.
Are they always angry? Because you said anger a few times.
Anger is a major sign and a major cause for worry. Because obviously when they're angry, then the violence comes. So if it's physical or emotional, there's always anger. So there's what we call a cycle of abuse. There are 4 stages. The first one is a situation comes up that they're angry or they're enraged. Then you get into the abuse itself. So if it can be physical, verbal, emotional, or psychological. Then you get to the blaming stage, where the person starts to blame himself and says it will never happen. And then you get to the honeymoon stage, where she feels the survivor feels that it will not happen again and all of that. Then we get back to the anger
beginning
stage.
Again.
Yes. So
it's a continuous.
It's a vicious cycle.
Yeah. Something again you've said a lot here is he. And I want to know, because people, most times actually, when humans hear domestic violence, automatically they think, oh, the guy hits the girl, most times. How often do you hear the reverse being the case, and is it normal? Is it something that, do people walk in as well, or do you get phone calls from men saying, no, my wife is so and so?
Yes. We say he, not, I'm not trying to attack the male gender, but statistics actually show that it's majority of men that perpetrate this act. We have female perpetrators, both physical abuse and mostly verbal and emotional abuse. We've had men reach out to us on via social media, saying that their wives or their partner is physically assaulting them. But of course, because of, I don't know if it's ego or shame or stigma.
I think the shaming on that level is actually more.
It is more. But we've actually had 2 men last year come into the office to say that they were physically assaulted by their, and they had proof.
How do you handle those situations? Do you handle them differently from the regular man hitting a woman or man being violent towards a woman?
I think we have to.
Yeah. How does that work out?
So first things first, it's a male officer that would attend to the man, so that you don't have the same way if a rape survivor comes in, we will not have a male officer attend to her. So we just try to put in that little detail, and we give the male survivor now an opportunity to express himself without feeling that he's being judged. And the seriousness with which we will handle a male perpetrator is the same way we would unleash on the female perpetrator, alleged female perpetrator.
How much of a role does culture play in this? Because I mean, it's not a Nigerian thing. Domestic violence is definitely global, but Nigeria always has unique issues with regards to culture and sometimes even religion. Because submissive is always the word that people throw around. Whatever happens, go back to your husband's house. Is this something that you guys find is a big issue with regards to cases you handle?
It's one of the biggest problems, culture and societal perceptions. Because, as you rightly said, culture plays a major role here. You have situations where landlords are calling on behalf of the perpetrator, saying we don't want fight in our neighborhood. Madam, don't worry, we've sorted it out. You have mothers coming to the office to be on the side of the supposed perpetrator, and it's almost like as if the survivor is alone. It's almost like as if she's making it up. So the support system that is supposed to be there to ensure that if she's ready to walk away, she walks away, is failing, is absent. So I would say that society at the moment, there's a divide. Some people appreciate that domestic violence is a crime, and it is a disgrace, and we should shame the perpetrators. But the other part of society does not feel it's a crime. There's a lot of victim blaming, and they tend to shift the attention off the perpetrator on the survivor.
How do we begin to work around this, though? Especially because culture is so deep-rooted for us. Is this something we can start working on?
We are working on it. I think it's sensitization and awareness. People need to know that domestic violence is a crime. If a man is hitting a woman or a woman is hitting a man in Lagos State, it's not just the person he's hitting the state. And the state has the power and the authority to come in and ensure that the violator is prosecuted.
Yeah.
We cannot talk about domestic violence enough. Everybody has their role to play. The religious institutions have their role to play. Now we're getting invitations from churches and mosques, say we should come in, engage their members. We're also having referrals from churches and mosques that we've been handling this case, we've been offering counseling, but it appears that the situation is degenerating. Yeah. So there must be interface between government and religious institutions. Yeah. How do we train our boys? How do we train our girls? These are things that we need to engage parents, either through PTA meetings, either through opportunities, platforms like this. We need to talk about it more. Yeah. And I think maybe we need to also see some convictions. Yeah. So that people realize that domestic violence is truly a crime. And if you do it and you are prosecuted, you will be sent to jail.
That's right. That's I like that. I like that you nailed this on the head there. But before we go now, how do people reach you? Because like I said, for those who are watching who may be hearing about this for the first time and maybe have cases to report or need to come speak to somebody, where are you located? How do they reach you and all of that? All
right. So my office is in the Ministry of Justice, Alausa Secretariat. We can be reached through the toll-free line 112. We also have our own hotline, 0813 796 0048. 0813-796-0048. We're also on social media, Twitter at DS Reality, Facebook at DS Reality, Instagram at DS Reality. And we have a very informative website, dsrealitylagos.org. People can go seek for information. If you don't know about domestic violence, don't be quick to say, yes, why did she go back? And online, on our website, we have a lot of information on domestic violence, so avail yourself of that.
Thank you very much. Well, like she said, for those of you, if you want to go through social media, I guess it's a very easy way to go at DSVRT. DSVRT stands for Domestic and Sexual Violence Response Team. That's on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram as well, right? Yes. Thank you very much for all the good things you do, and thanks for educating us today. Titilayo. Thanks for being here. Titilola, sorry. Thanks for being here today. We'll take a quick break now. When we come back, we'll be talking entertainment. Please stay with us.